Hello, my name is Rachel Ward, and this is my mock interview for a branding position in graphic design. Question 1. What motivated you to pursue a career in graphic design? The motivation began when I was 17 in my last year of high school, when a peer told me that they were taking a graphic design 1 class to develop their own fictitious brand and make their own web page. I was immediately intrigued and decided I wanted to enroll and take this class as well. That is where the aspiration has begun, and from there it's always been something that's been meaningful to me inside. There's always been something admirable about making your own products, making your own packaging, designing your own logos, and putting it on a web page for other people to enjoy and to see. And that is when I decided to pursue an education in graphic design at Full Sail, and from there that is where the career passion has begun, and I think I have the passion for graphic design, and that is what led me to pursue it career-wise. Question number 2. How do you prioritize tasks when you have multiple projects with overlapping deadlines? This is my specialty. I am very systematic. I'm very organized. I love schedules, deadlines. I have an electronic calendar, and I also use pen and paper to just get that visual aspect of deadlines as well too. When thrust with multiple tasks with different deadlines, I create a system that is organized not only by the deadline expected, but also the priority on when this assignment or project would need to be completed. From there, I start tasking along on those with every single intention on getting those projects done before the deadline. Question 3. How do you handle constructive criticism of your work? This has never been an issue for me. In fact, I prefer to get constructive criticism because I would never want to do something that somebody did not like. I would never want to branch too far off from the original idea if that is not what the customer would want. I'm very, I'm the type of person that works to please you. So if you're not happy, then I'm not going to be happy, and I'm not going to push for something unless I would see that it would be necessary or an added benefit, or perhaps something that you did not consider or might not have thought of. Is the only times that I would ever push those boundaries. But when it comes to receiving criticism back, either on a project or just on a personal setting, I am actually open to constructive criticism at any time. Question 4. What software do you primarily use for graphic design? What are your strengths in using it? So when I began my education in graphic design, we used a variety of programs in the Adobe Creative Cloud. I would say that my all-time favorite and most comfortable program setting is Adobe Illustrator. This is where I compose my logos, any sort of web design, typography examples. I really like to just go in there and compile everything together, all the logo elements, color palettes, anything that I might be considering and just really need to get either a visual or generate it from scratch. That is where I go, and from there I input it into different programming as necessary, like Adobe Design and Keynote, whatever it might be. But my origination begins with Adobe Illustrator, and I feel like I'm comfortable with a lot of the tools that they have there. The pen tool, generating different shapes, 3D images, yeah, I think that's probably my most favorite and comfortable program. Question number 5. Imagine you have been given a design brief that is not clear or lacks directions. How would you gather the necessary information to complete the project? This is actually something that I also feel like is a strength for me. Because I am so systematic and organized, I like to get as much information as I possibly can. I am very like logic based. I love data and information. Before even taking on a project, I would already have generated questions that I would feel that would be necessary in order to complete the project. And I would transmit those questions to either the consumer or the potential customer that's reaching out, or if I'm reaching out to them, I would have a list of questions of information that I might need for them, even branching out towards questions that might not necessarily be 100% necessary, but could be beneficial depending on how the project would go. So I feel like this is something that I really excel at, and I would reach out to get more clarification and questions. I would not necessarily just like act on a whim and just try and decide what the consumer might be thinking. I would 100% reach out. So moving on towards questions that I would have for the company is what is the company's core belief system? What is it that you want consumers to feel when they think of your company? That would be question one. Question two would be, how do you compete with competition? What makes you stand out? What makes your company more preferable than another's company? And question number three, what are the major accomplishments that the company is most proud of and why? And those are my questions. Thank you.